on mylocalradio.com. These games being brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and Elling Ford Brothers in Evanston. This is a presentation of the third and fourth place game. The Rich Rebels last night lost to Panguitch in a close one. They had Panguitch tied up at 15 going into the half. And Monument Valley lost by 7 to the Milford Tigers. This should be a good game. Interested to see how the matchups play out. I'm Mike Alstrom alongside David Tebbs. Cullen Pace on the camera. Ryan Steinecker will be here as soon as the Milford and Rich game is over. Rich leads 51-35 over Milford. 1:05 to go in the fourth. Nelson Bedoni, Skylar Bedoni, Irviana Cly. And I missed the other starter for Monument Valley. For the Rebels, number 15, Amber Smith. Number 24 is Kaylee Cornea. Number 4, Kiara Grohl. Number 3, Kiara Grohl. Julia Hopkins is number 4, and number 25 is Lauren Thompson. Set for the tip. That one get over there, Ryan. Welcome back. You're out of breath. You come running in. And you didn't miss a second.
Just barely made it.
Looked like that was a good game at the first against the Rich Rebels, Milford Tigers over there for Consolation Championship.
Yeah, Milford battled. They've got some very good athletes. No wonder they won a football state title. And they gave Rich everything they could handle through 3 quarters.
18-footer baseline jumper good for Kaylee Cornea. For Monument Valley, Nelson. Pass inside to Stanley, won't go. Put back up by Cly, and Cly's fouled on the shot. That should be okay.
Julia Hopkins picks up her first personal foul. That's going to be a key for this game. Monument Valley's got some good size inside. Rebels have got to keep out of foul trouble, especially those players inside. Amber Smith, Julia Hopkins. Irviane Cly misses the second. She's been very good at this tournament, averaging 17 points a game, Mike.
Yeah, Cly, I've been very impressed, and she's not afraid to battle with anybody. She gets up and down the floor extremely well. Soft touch from outside or from anywhere.
Rebels last night through 2 quarters, maybe 2.5 quarters, really battled well with Panguitch, but the Bobcats pulled away in the semifinals, and Panguitch on to the state title. Rich playing here for 3rd and 4th. Cornea at the line. She struggled this season from the free throw line, but buries those 2 in a row.
First 4 points of the game for Cornea.
Rich, a little full court pressure. Nice passing from Monument Valley to beat the press. Then to Cly, floats it up, misses the left side. And Grohl with the Rebel rebound.
Key against Monument Valley, I think, for the Rebels, they've got to get back on defense. Amber Smith with the basket.
Another advantage that I think Rich has got to look for and be smart about it, but I think they have a quickness advantage. If they can get out and run and be smart about it, get some fast break points, I think that'll help them.
And there they are on the break, 3-on-1. Bounce pass across to Smith, puts it up and in. 8-1 run to start the game, and Monument Valley wants to talk it over, so we'll take a short break. You're watching Utah 1A basketball on KSL and mylocalradio.com. Welcome back. This Bear Lake Realty presentation of 1A state championship basketball.
Cly out on the right wing. Rebels in a man-to-man defense. Free throw line jumper just rims around and out. Hopkins with the Rebel rebound. Julia Hopkins had a great tournament. 14 points, 6 boards in the first game against Wayne in the win in this quarterfinals. 12 points, 11 rebounds, 6 blocks for Hopkins. Cornea down right corner. Grohl, 2-3 zone defense. Works a long pass for Rich. Thompson's shot may have been partially blocked by Bedoni. Outlet pass, and Kiera's there to take it away. Dribbles up past the D. Back outside. Hopkins on the left wing. Rebels have got to be smart about their passes. This Monument Valley team, they're just so adept at like anticipating passes, getting in passing lanes, and knocking balls loose.
It's interesting. Monument Valley, 3-point shot on the way. They're so good. They have some weaknesses, but they are very good. They've got some really good strengths. And their fast break, their shooting, and they use those to their advantage, probably better than anybody else.
Absolutely, and they use their size inside. I'm real impressed with how they use that. As soon as somebody gets in there, their arms go straight up. They contest every shot, but they're so smart about not fouling. And there, you get a block down inside.
The block was by Shinnebaugh Stanley.
Stanley with the block. Rebels pull up short in the left corner from 3, but Rich on top, 8-1 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Rich in a man-to-man defense. Hopkins on Cly. She gets a screen, goes to the hoop, makes the shot, and one. Cornea.
Not sure that Cornea was moving very much on that. I'm not sure. Official must have seen a different angle than we did, but nevertheless, Cly's at the line shooting a one-shot free throw to make it a 3-point play.
Cornea pretty thin, Cly strong, and Cornea went flying. Cly 18 points a game through the season. She's kept right pace with that here at the tournament, 17 points per game. Completes the 3-point play with that free throw. That cuts the lead down to 4. Grohl from the left wing for 3. Short, front of the iron, and Cly. Big rebound. Rebels strip it away, though, but then taken right back, and a foul. Julia Hopkins with a second personal foul. That'll bring McKenna Stacy off the bench.
Quickly, McKenna Stacy comes running up, taking her jersey off. They don't want that third foul on Julia Hopkins.
Bedoni dribbles left, right, left. Up ahead to Nelson. Jamaica in the lane, lobs it for Cly. She goes up, pulls it in, misses the shot, gets her own rebound, and puts it up and in. Also got to box her out better.
She's just so hard to box out. She gets in the right position, and you're not going to move her.
No.
I mean, she plants those feet, squares up, and I don't know how you try to box her out.
Yeah. That's been an issue for every team this season, I'd imagine. Thompson in the lane, short jumper off the glass. Rich got out to an 8-1 lead, but Monument Valley went on a 5-0 run. Bring it back close. Rebels get a steal out in front. 2 players on the fast break. Grohl hesitates, up off the glass, can't get it, but she's fouled. Caitlin Bedoni with the foul. Second team foul for Monument Valley. They are the number 2 team from Region 19. Wayne was the number 1 team from that region. And the Badgers, a disappointing finish today. Lost to Paiute. They played without Brinley Nelson, who injured her knee yesterday.
Their leading scorer on the team. I talked to their coach after the game. What a heartbreaking end to that juniors season.
And for Wayne, I mean, I'm sure it's hard for them to look at this right now. Sierra Blackburn is the only senior on that team, so I think they'll be extremely good next year. Right corner jumper in there after Grohl hit 2 free throws. Monument Valley answers right back. Fiona Hudson from the corner.
That was pretty cool how they started her. 3-point shot on the way, won't go. Rebound Hudson. Just turns and chucks the ball back court.
You're talking about Wayne, how they started Nelson, and then she committed a quick foul to. So that was cool.
Get out of off the floor.
Clyde takes it at the defense. Smith, good defense. It's deflected away out of bounds. Rebel ball. Rich on top, 12-8. Again, it was 8-1 Rich, but Monument Valley early on here. There's a reason they've won 23 games this year, Mike. They're not going to give up early.
No.
Smith in the paint, has to dribble away to avoid 3 seconds. Kiera across to Stacy, back out. Cornea, right baseline, 10-foot jumper, a little too long. Clyde the rebound, quick outlet pass, and picked up by Nelson.
That's a good job. You know, most other games, that's been a fast break, but the Rebels had 3 players back in head of that break to stop the fast break.
Big screen, but a moving screen by Nelson. On a drive attempt from Stanley. This Monument Valley team has got contributions from a lot of different players. We've talked a lot about Clyde. Nelson averages 15 points per game, and Atene came up big yesterday. They ended up losing in a close game, but Atene had 11 points in the loss. Smith in the paint, back out to Cornea. Kaylee looks left, gives to Thompson, can't get the shot. McKenna stays the offensive rebound, too strong on the putback, and another offensive board for Rich. Kiera short from the left wing, another offensive rebound.
Taken away, and they give
timeout.
They do. They give the timeout. They say
Rich gets the timeout just before the turnover.
So with that, you're watching Utah High School Sports. Oh my word, Utah 1A Sports on mylocalradio.com.
Having a cabin close to home where you can get away for a day or 2 or a week at a time is something many people dream of but think it will never happen because owning 2 homes is a stretch. Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty has the solution. Quarter shares. You own 1/4 of the property. It's similar to a timeshare, except there are only 3 others who share time in your property. It's simple, cost-effective, and a wonderful way to have it all. Call Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty today, 435-946-8888.
Welcome back. This Bear Lake Realty presentation of 1A State Championship Basketball.
Our broadcast today is brought to you in part by Rich County, Rebels with a championship cause, and by Lazy S Ranching up in northern Rich County, encouraging you to eat more beef and cheer on the Rebels.
That's
Amber Smith for 3, got it.
It's an interesting name for a cattle company.
Lazy S?
Lazy S. I don't think there's such a thing.
No.
But it's probably in reference to the Lazy S brand, I would imagine. But you can't be lazy on a ranch.
No. And we're on air, Mike, so you got to be careful to say S, not something else. Lazy S Ranch.
Yeah. That's good.
Inbound and a quick put up by Clyde. Boy, she's 2, 4, 6, 8 points in the quarter out of the Monument Valley 10 points. Amber Smith down there in the right corner. Inside, Talisha Larson, back out. Good ball movement, but great closeout by Nelson to prevent the three-point shot attempt. Stacy from the free throw line, misses long. Stanley with the rebound for Monument Valley, trailing by 5. Rich jumped out to an 8-1 lead, and Cougars have battled back. They went 8-2 in Region 19 this year. Teresa James coaching. Stanley backing in, up off the glass, and got it.
That was a nice spin move, kept her dribble alive, put it off the glass. Thompson
up top, Stacy.
Apparently the bank's open on Saturday.
Somebody banked in a three in the Rich Milford game over at Richfield, so open in both locations. Lauren Thompson, right wing, misses. And Talisha Larson chases down the rebound. Back up top. Grohl fires back to Thompson in the corner.
Little pull-up jumper from the foul line for Grohl, won't go. Smith with the rebound.
Rebels crashing the glass. A lot of offensive rebounds. There's another one from Thompson, and she puts it back up and in.
4 offensive rebounds on that possession?
I think so.
That is a very good job considering what I expected to be a trouble for the Rebels, or possible problem with the rebounding.
Clyde backing in with the left hand. Off the glass. No, not in time. That was close, boy, just after the buzzer. At the end of the first quarter, it's Rich on top 17 over Monument Valley 12 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Second quarter coming up right after this. Utah 1A basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com.
As a pediatric anesthesiologist, it's my job to help reassure and comfort my patients and their parents during a very scary time. It's through these vulnerable, personal interactions that we connect with one another, which is why I want to do everything I can to make a child's life better. The education I received at Southern Utah University gives me the opportunity to make a difference.
Welcome back to Utah 1A basketball. This presentation brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. Visit BearLakeRealty.com. Pass across the top. Stacy deflects it, saves it to Cly, who goes to the hoop and misses over the top. Grohl with the Rebel rebound. Up court, all the way to the hoop. To the right side, up and in. Kiera averages 15 a game, has had 14 a game at the tournament. 4 so far in this one. Down inside, Hatch trying to stop Cly, can't do it either. That Coach Lundgren looks to Hatch sometimes when there's a mismatch in size, and Cly still unstoppable. Hatch turns in the lane and gets the bounce in. Sydney Hatch came in against Wayne and gave some real good minutes for Rich. Scored just 3 points, but really helped contribute. Sydney Hatch, number 45, yeah. Talisha Larson checks out, and Kaylee Cornea back into the game. Thompson on the right wing. Errant pass up top, easily taken away by Bedoni. Rebel defense got back in a hurry, though, and that's one of the keys you mentioned, Mike. I think you're right. Cly from the right wing. Rebels give her space. She'll shoot and just miss the 3. Rebound tipped around and into the hands of Bedoni. Back up top of the key. Drive by Nelson, the floater. No, but she's fouled.
She'll go to the line, shoot 2. The town of Garden City, Utah, where families play. Log on to bearlake.org today. And also the Evanston Travel and Tourism Board. Don't miss the world-class Celtic Festival in Evanston, Wyoming on March 23rd and 24th. Visit EvanstonCelticFestival.com. I heard you were going to compete in the caber toss on that event, Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah, I can throw that caber a full 3 feet, Mike. So I've been working on it. That's actually why I was out of breath at the start of this.
You were practicing the caber toss?
A couple caber tosses on my way over. Both free throws missed. Clyde with the offensive rebound. Stacy pokes it away. It's on the floor out off of Rich. It's just fun to watch this Monument Valley team, Mike. They seem so just kind of nonchalant. It's almost like we don't care, but really they're playing great.
3-point basket, good by Bedoni.
And they're climbed to within 2, 19-17 on the, or 21-17 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, they just play happy.
Right.
They're just seem to be very good sports, play happy. Something goes bad, they smile about it and move on.
Stacy, top of the key for 3, misses short. McKenna, a freshman this year, averaged 8 points a game for the Rebels. Pass up ahead, Bedoni. The deflection by Grohl into the hands of Bedoni.
That probably, if Grohl doesn't touch that probably goes out of bounds.
Other way, Rebels miss a shot. Hatch chases down the rebound. And a travel for Rich, 3rd turnover of the game. Emma Smith checks back in. She had 7 points in the first quarter. She hit that 3, and Mike, she just doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but honestly, in the last 2 years, she probably has made 6 out of 10 threes she's attempted, but doesn't attempt a lot of them.
She probably should shoot a couple more.
I sort of keep telling her.
You make 60%, you probably need to shoot a couple more.
I'm sure Dad's telling her that too,
but there's probably some, you know, she only takes the good shots. Mm-hmm. There's something to be said for that. You know, you get the good look, you get your feet square, you take a good clean shot.
Very selective about the shots you take, yeah. You know, and the Rebels don't have a lot of plays run to set up Smith for the 3.
Right.
Here's a setup for Kiera in the corner, but defense closes out quickly. This Monument Valley team, very, very good defensively. Allowed 44 points a game. There's McKenna Stacy.
Little floater from the high post.
I saw her on the volleyball court this past fall, and I saw her dad at a tournament, said, man, she's good at volleyball. He goes, wait till you see her in basketball. She's delivered 8 points a game, and the last half of the season has averaged almost 10.5 rebounds.
Wow. That's a lot of rebounds for any, in any classification, whether boy, girl. 10.5 a game is a lot.
Down to Bedoni, down in the corner. Klaya poked away by Hatch. Out of bounds again to Monument Valley. Our broadcast today is brought to you in part by Comprehensive Family Dental, Dr. Sean Grohl, providing quality family dentistry since 1998, and by the Independent Software Solutions. For all your business computer needs, visit iss-providers.com. That's Independent Software Solutions. Clyde inbound, goes
to Bedoni.
That's Skylar Bedoni. Rebels get a takeaway. Smith turns and goes. 2-on-2. Across to Stacy, back across to Kiera. Grohl puts it up and gets it to the backside of the rim where it bounces a couple of times and drops through. 25-19. Rebels back out to a 6-point lead. Cougars had closed to within 1. Bedoni, floater from the right angle, got it.
7 points in this second quarter for Kaylin Bedoni.
Some of these shots that go up from Monument Valley, a different coach might think, oh, what are you doing? Don't shoot that. But then they go, and then you're going, oh, nice shot.
Yeah.
And it's so many of them that really they are good shots. They may not look like it, but they shoot a high percentage. Wallenstein, Hatch, right side. Stacy attacks, puts it up with the right hand, short. Own rebound, but Clyde takes it away.
That was a nice step-around move by Stacy to get the open look, just unable to finish.
But Donley calmly brings it up court with pressure behind her. Gets the pass, left wing 3, short off the front of the rim, and chased down by Stanley. Just saves it into Bedoni. Hot pass inside to Cly, who turns and can't get it to go. Not Cly, but Nelson. Grohl, triple teamed. Hatch up to Stacy. Over to Wallenstein on the right wing, and defense gets back. Alley to Grohl. 25-21. Things have slowed down a bit here in this second quarter. Smith on the left wing. Rebels pushed out to an 8-1 lead, but Monument Valley's battled back and kept it close. Stacy goes in, blocked by Stanley.
Nelson on the break. She's going to take it all the way and draws the foul. Basket won't go.
So Nelson will shoot 2 free throws. She's 0 for 2 so far in the game. Amber Smith with the foul. That's her first. 7 points in that first quarter for Smith. Our game today broadcast is brought to you by Pugstone Sporting Goods. Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Pugstone's has it all. The 4-way stop in Garden City. Visit Pugstone Sporting Goods, your Bear Lake All Sporting Goods shop. And by J-Bar Excavation, quality work on all kinds of projects. Nelson hits the first of 2. One more coming. And we thank another sponsor, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care. Second free throw by Nelson, also good. She misses her first 2, hits her next 2. And Monument Valley within 2.
On that Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard, 3 minutes to go in the first half. Monument Valley just not going to go away.
No, they won't. Every time Rich pulls out 6 or 8 points ahead, the Cougars run back in. Thompson, left wing to Cornea. Kaylee had 4 early points, but quiet since then. Long backdoor pass to Grohl. She was waving her arms, gets the pass, and puts it in off the window.
Excuse me, the Monument Valley extends that zone out top, leaves them extremely vulnerable. Grohl sees it, slips into that open hole, and generates the bucket.
Part of what's so good about this, about like Nelson and Cly, is the strength. You saw Kiera right on Cly, or on Nelson, but she uses her strength to get position, get the shot up, and she couldn't get the shot to go, but earns a trip to the free throw line. Well, she's 3 of her last 3. Grohl picks up her first foul there. Our broadcast today is also brought to you in part by the town of Randolph, home of the Rich Rebels. Good luck from Mayor Lynn Weston, board members Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Larry Kennedy, Melanie Lim, and clerk Lana Peart. Second free throw, rims around, out. Cly gets the rebound through, or not Cly, but Stanley. Nope, on the third try. A teen. Is it a teen?
Probably.
That's how the PA man was saying it yesterday, so. 27-24, teen with her first personal foul. She had 11 points yesterday. Wasn't quite enough for Monument Valley to get by Milford, but great game from teen.
But Doney with the rebound gives it back to Cornea.
Hopkin back in there. She got 2 early fouls and haven't seen her for a while. Cornea to Thompson. Lauren drives, shoots short. Rebound tipped out of bounds to Rich. A teen that's her tap her chest down. That's off me. Inbound play for the Rebels. Our broadcast today is brought to you in part by the Station in Randolph, here for your convenience needs. They got the coldest drinks in town at the Station. Hopkin into the lane, shoots short, tries to get her own rebound, but it's on the baseline. Out. The upper official says that was deflected. Monument Valley says, no, I don't think so. A lot of fans don't like that. Half the fans don't, half the fans do.
Yeah.
So Rich will get a second crack at it, leading 27-24 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Inbound to Smith, puts it up, no, but she's fouled. Our broadcast this afternoon is also brought to you in part by T7 Propane in Woodruff. For all your propane needs, 435-793-4208. And the Mound Valley Cattle Company, Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho.
Ellingford Brothers of Evanston, Wyoming have helped sponsor every game in this tournament. For concrete, sand, and gravel, welding and fabrication, custom truck accessories, and more, visit ellingfordbros.com.
Smith's first free throw rolls around and around and drops down through. Second one, no, but Rich tips the rebound out, and Lauren Thompson pulls it in. Rich has really crashed the offensive glass, and it's a fine line to walk of crashing the glass and getting back to prevent Monument Valley fast breaks. Up ahead, Lauren Thompson steps to her left just before Nelson passes by, and it's an easy call for the officials. Thompson with the foul. Nelson ends up on the floor in the hustle. Scoreboard says 27-24. I thought Rich hit a free throw. Did that one get waved off? Should be 28-24, I think. I may be incorrect. Nelson at the line hits the first. She missed her first two free throws, but has been good since then.
Well, no. So Nelson missed her fourth free throw. She'd made two, and then she made one more, and then missed it.
No, I'm saying Rich should be 28 because Amber hit her first free throw.
Oh.
27-26, what it says on the scoreboard. We'll go with that unless it changes. Up ahead to Thompson. McKenna in the lane, puts it up off the glass and in. Stacy with another two.
Back out that three-point lead on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard.
In the lane, Kiara Grohl pokes one away out of bounds. Our broadcast today is brought to you in part by Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care about you and your vehicle. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. And by Jimmy John's in Evanston. Gourmet sandwiches, fresh and fast every day at 113 Front Street in Evanston, Wyoming, where fresh and fast meet at Jimmy John's. Another inbound poked away by the Rebels.
Seems like it's been a fast first half, doesn't it?
Yeah, we haven't had timeouts. Not a ton of fouls. Rich with 17 fouls. Down inside, missed shot. Hopkin with the Rebel rebound. Just her second of the game. Up ahead, McKenna Stacy, left baseline jumper, rims around and out. Rebound, Monument Valley, but the pass goes out of bounds. Hudson had the board. I thought that pass may have been deflected by Rich.
It was headed out and then it turned, but three-point shot on the way, rims over.
Hopkin tries to get the rebound over Hudson, but a good box out, and Hudson pulls it in. Kiera about 0 for 6 or so from the three-point arc. Does not have her touch in this one.
Nelson in the paint, just takes it up. Little contact with the body, gets it to the hoop. And Stacy does the same on the other end.
Ball on the floor, Rebels contesting and looking for a jump ball or a takeaway, but a foul instead. And Kiera knows she got
that puts
Bodoni on the arm.
Yeah, and that'll put Bodoni at the line for a 1-and-1. Bear Lake Realty, also one of our great sponsors for the entire tournament. Visit BearLakeRealty.com today to start enjoying beautiful Bear Lake. We took a summer vacation, a family vacation up there this year, Ryan, and what a spectacular place you live in.
It's beautiful up there, yeah.
Bear Lake. The fish, I will say, I'm not a great fisherman, but the fishing was not good. But the lake was amazing.
You didn't stop in at Pugstone Sporting Goods to get the fishing report, Mike.
I think I spent $130 on fishing stuff. He sold me hook, line, and sinker.
That's good. Oh, that's his job, right?
Absolutely. I wouldn't expect him to do any less. He tried. I'm just no good at fishing, so it's my bad.
Bodoni hit the first free throw, missed the second one. Rebels to the other end with 11-10. Thompson to Stacy on the right wing. Dribbles right, back left. Thompson with 6, 5. Long pass to Cornea. 3, 2. Smith, 1. Thompson for 3 at the buzzer. Yes! It drops
in
through.
Off the high bounce.
So Thompson beats the buzzer to put Rebels up by 5, 34-29 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Our SUU halftime report's coming up right after this on Utah 1A basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com.
When it comes to quality, Ellen Ford Brothers in Evanston always delivers year-round. Whether you are looking for cement, gravel, road base, cement watering troughs, culverts, sand, steel fabrication services, steel products, accessories for your vehicles, trailer hitches, or snow removal for your company or organization, Ellen Ford Brothers is the name to remember. Quality services and fair prices. 3 things you'll always find at Ellen Ford Brothers. Call us today at 307-789-1515.
Try to keep it within a minute or two.
Test 1, 2. Instead of the halftime report, and we just brought it in here, Southern Utah University halftime in the studio with the singers, just that kind of thing. So we give them credit, but we're just doing that instead of
Yeah.
This mic, if you hold it on the bottom, it gets static.
Okay.
You gotta hold it up top.
How you doing, guys?
Good.
I'm Ryan.
Chevy.
Chevy.
Danny.
Danny. I'll forget your names, but what is it? Easton. Stetson. Braxton and Garrett.
Only
Is
one
that what
who's
everybody
known.
does? Well, state player of the year in baseball, right? I mean, come on. How you guys doing? You beat Monticello today?
Yeah.
Good work. Good work. This is Colin. This is my personal attendant.
I didn't see you on camera with the collar all messed up.
So did these guys?
Hi there, Craig Dearden with Castle Rock Chevrolet, right here in Evanston. Of course, it's about finding you that perfect vehicle, but at Castle Rock, it's about a lot more. It's using our experience to get you the best rate. We will get you the vehicle that you've always wanted. It's about knowing your vehicle is in the right hands. Throughout the buying experience here at Castle Rock Chevrolet, we're here for you. If you're ready to buy a new truck, come to Castle Rock. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
Welcome to the SUU Halftime Report, brought to you by Southern Utah University. I'm Ryan Steinekert with the Valley Buffalo Seniors. You got a bunch of them here. A senior class pretty big for you guys. I'm going to have to ask your names again. I know I asked it earlier, but Easton, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about your senior year?
I felt like it went pretty good. We had a pretty successful season.
Finished 5th place. That last game against Monticello, what'd you guys do to win?
We just played hard and made sure that we gave it all we had as our last game.
Easton, what are your future plans?
My future plans will probably go serve an LDS mission and then come back and go to college.
If you could pick a spot on the globe, where would you point to?
New Zealand.
New Zealand. Walk the path of Mordor or what?
Yeah, basically. Every P day, but you know.
Easton, thank you for your time. Congratulations on a great season, buddy. All right, next up is another senior for the Valley Buffaloes. Tell me your name.
I'm Chevy Spencer.
Chevy. Chevy or Chevy?
Chevy.
Chevy, how did you feel like your senior year went?
It went pretty good. We worked together as a team. We had a lot of ups and downs, but I feel like we came out better than a lot of other teams didn't.
After last year's runner-up finish, were you disappointed with a 5th place finish this year, or do you feel like you gave it everything you had?
We could have ended better. I feel like we didn't give it all in the Paiute game, and we missed some critical free throws, but hopefully it teaches our younger classmen that they need to work on their free throws.
Chevy, what's your plan for the future after graduating from Valley High School this spring?
I'm planning on going to college at least, maybe a mission for my LDS church. go to college for mechanics and then become a mechanic.
Our halftime report is brought to you by SUU. Are you thinking about being a T-Bird?
Southwest Tech, close by, but
That's all right. Chevy, thanks for your time. Congratulations on a great senior year.
thank you.
All right, my man. Thank you. Next up, tell me your name.
Stetson Harris,
Stetson Harris. You got a little height. How tall are you?
probably around 6'2", I think.
So really 6'1". Wait, isn't that how it works? If you're 6'1", you say you're 6'2"?
Yeah, I guess.
Stetson, how'd your senior year go?
It went pretty good. I really enjoyed playing alongside these guys. I've asked for anybody else to play with.
If we were to jump ahead 10 years and then you look back on your senior year of basketball, what do you remember most?
Just being with these guys, really.
Those relationships you build with your teammates.
Yeah.
Stetson, thanks for your time. What are your plans in the future?
LDS mission right now.
And where would you go if you could pick that spot on the globe?
Australia.
That's down under, right? Near New Zealand, where your buddy's going to go.
Yeah.
Stetson, thanks. All right. Tell me your name.
Danny.
Danny
Golding.
Golding. How'd your senior year go?
It was pretty good. I enjoyed playing. I mean, I didn't get a ton of playing time, but I enjoyed helping these guys get better. And I think it didn't turn out the way we wanted it to, but it was a good season. I really enjoyed it.
What are you doing in the future, Danny?
Serving an LDS mission.
Same question. Where would you go?
I haven't really thought about it much. I mean, just kind of anywhere around the world would be really cool to me.
I thought you might say like India or somewhere else down in that region of the world.
Yeah, no, just anywhere really. I'm not too picky.
What do you think you'll remember most about this year?
Definitely the relationships built. I remember the bus rides. They're always fun and just having a good time with the team.
Danny, thanks so much. Congratulations on a great year.
Thank you.
All right, come. Let's scoot over this way. Who's this? What's your name?
Braxton Heaton.
Braxton Heaton. Your senior year. How did it go?
It was fun. We didn't end how we wanted, but it was a fun year and we had fun.
Did you feel like I mean, for you personally, did it go well?
Yeah, it went well. I didn't get a lot of playing time, but just like they were saying, we all just built better relationships and had fun time.
What did you learn this year? You mentioned not getting a lot of playing time, but working every day. You put the same amount of time in practice as those guys that started every game.
Yeah, everybody has a different role on the team. It could just be on the bench cheering or in practice, scrimmaging against them, but everybody has a role.
Thanks so much. Oh, wait, your future plans?
I'm planning on going on a mission and then go to college.
Is anybody not going to go on a mission from the senior class of Valley?
I don't know.
That's great, you guys. Serving other people, putting in some time to be unselfish. That's really great.
Yeah, yes.
Last question for you. Where would you go if you could choose?
I'd also like to go to New Zealand or Africa. Would be cool.
All right. Thanks so much for your time, man. Great year. Thank you. And won a state baseball player of the year. Yeah, everybody knows that, right, Garrett?
I guess.
You got the smooth shot. How much time have you spent in the gym working on that jumper?
I go do camps with Federal every summer, Federal Heaton, and that's 9 hours a day, most like 6 camps a year and whatever. And I just love being in the gym and shooting, and it's what I love to do.
You've had a lot of success in baseball. You had a lot of success in basketball. Do you have a favorite between those two?
Whatever season it is.
Looking at playing at the next level in anything?
I thought about maybe, but probably not.
Garrett, what did this senior year mean to you, and what will you remember most?
Probably just my team and the team effort we put in, and all the practice and time and memories, I guess.
You going on a mission?
Yes.
I shouldn't have assumed that, but I apologize. Where would you go?
Porterville, Utah. It's the best place out there, right?
You don't want to leave home.
I don't know. Probably out of state somewhere.
Garrett Spencer, thanks so much for your time. Congratulations on a great year. Good luck in the future, buddy. Those are the seniors from Valley. The Buffaloes finished 5th place with a win over the Monticello Buckaroos. We're going to get back to the game at hand, Rich and Monument Valley. And thanks for tuning in. Our halftime report has been brought to you by Southern Utah University. Visit SU.edu to experience more. Thanks, you guys.
All right, folks. Waiting for Ryan to get back here from the studio. Great opportunity to interview their seniors. I didn't realize there's that many seniors, Ryan, from Valley High School.
Great guys. I wish I'd get to spend a little more time with them.
Yeah. We need to petition the state to give us 15-minute halftimes.
and media timeouts while we're petitioning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If we're asking ones, we'll ask big, huh?
Rebels on top, 35-29 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. It was 34-29. Correction, I hate to say it, but I was right.
You were right.
I told you so. Rich works it around. Free throw line, Amber Smith. Looking backdoor, had Hopkin for a moment. Van gets it to her, but triple team comes. Julia turns, and she's fouled. I didn't get time to update my stats very much, but Kiera led the way with 8 points, McKenna 6, Smith and Lauren Thompson with 7 apiece. How about for Monument Valley? Do you have that, Mike?
Yeah, for Monument Valley, Bedoni with 7 points. Jamaica Nelson, 5 of 6 from the foul line, 5 free throws and 2 buckets for 9 points in the game. And leading scorer, Irvian Clyde with 10.
A block by Shinaba Stanley, and then a jump ball and a Rebel steal. Smith ahead to Grohl. Kiera hesitates and then goes up off the window. Both teams took care of the ball well in that first half. I had Monument Valley with 5 turnovers, Rich with 4. Grohl with plus 10 points. She passed the 1,000-point plateau a couple of nights ago in the win over Tinnick. Clyde with a strong rebound, turns, misses, but a foul. She's so strong, and it just amazes me. I'm never able to do, like, I play a little basket, not good. I don't play well. But, like, a rebound comes down, and, like, Clyde just went up and took that away. I can never do stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, the hand strength it takes to pull the ball away from somebody else.
Clyde misses the first free throw. She's 2 of 4 from the line in the game. Our broadcast today is brought to you in part by Bear Lake Realty. Whether you're looking for beachfront, room with a view, secluded mountain retreat, or any number of timeshare options, visit bearlakerealty.com and work with the best. $37-30 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard.
Does that tie the largest lead of the game for the...
I think it does, yeah. 7, or were they up by 8, 25? Nope. You're right. 7-point lead is the biggest of the game for Rich. 8-1 early on. Monument Valley's never let it get beyond that 8 points. Rebels back it out. We saw Tabiona do this yesterday against Paiute in the third quarter. The Tigers were up by 14. They were cruising. They'd gone on a 14-0 run, and then they took their foot off the gas.
It takes all your momentum.
And Paiute outscored Tabiona 31-5 the rest of the way. Grohl, left wing 3. There it is from Kiera Grohl, the swish.
I went from foot off the gas to full throttle in a hurry.
0-60 in 3.2. Nice drive by that Bedoni or Nelson. Nelson with 11 in the game. Quick answer from Monument Valley. And Rich will again just back it out and look to hold. See till Monument Valley brings out, so extends that zone.
You know, and I don't think Monument Valley wants to extend that zone very bad, because that will let Rich, with their speed, really take advantage.
Lauren Thompson holding the ball, just laughing about it. Now the pressure comes out. She dribbles to her right, then left into Tom Hopkin, and out to Smith, and Amber will run the same drill till pressure comes out.
And as a player, she's laughing because how many times do you actually do that in a game? You just sit there and hold the ball and watch the seconds tick, you know?
Monument Valley extending the zone out a little bit further and defending well. Thompson to Grohl. Kiera dribbles
that
left.
That goes off the foot of Bedoni.
Excuse me. 40-32, Rebels on top on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Our broadcast today is brought to you in part by Circle H Land and Cattle Company, proud to support the Rich Rebels. Grohl the dive, dish left corner 3. Smith rims out. Cornea tips the rebound, then up ahead. There's Bedoni all alone to the hoop and in. Rebels didn't get that player back to stop the fast break. And just about a takeaway. Our broadcast is also brought to you in part today by Rolene Kennedy, Rich County's representative at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, Wyoming. Thompson into Grohl. Kiera on the right wing, goes inside. Hopkins turns up with the left hand. No, own rebound. Up again, blocked again. Up ahead. And again, this time the foul and the finish for Nelson. And Rich taking the foot off the gas is not helping right now. Getting a little lethargic. So to the line goes Nelson, who has 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that Paiute and Tabby game you referenced is probably one of the largest scoring differentials in the fourth quarter that I've ever seen in my life. 31-5.
Yeah, and it was just crazy, especially the way that Tabiona was rolling. They started on a 14-0 run in the fourth quarter, or the third quarter, but then they just fell flat after that. Kiera up to the left wing, three-pointer, off target, but Grohl chases down her own rebound in the corner, fires back up top. Stacy, back to Grohl.
You know, this Monument Valley team doesn't get rattled. Hopkins with the lay-in on the baseline drive. But they can be down by 6-8 points, and they seem just cool as a cucumber.
Julia Hopkins with her first bucket of the game. Out left wing, Bedoni for three. Oh, just short. Rebound out, tipped around, and Grohl had it tripped up as she tried to pull it in. Smith comes away with it. Bounces back outside. Thompson, it's on the floor. Thompson just skipped over the defense. Rich with it, asking for a timeout. Did they get it? I think they did. Bedoni against two defenders.
Two Rich players laying on top of her. They're all diving for the ball, end up in a pile.
And Bedoni just about got it. We'll take a quick break. Be back with more Utah 1A basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
Welcome back to Utah 1A basketball, presented by Elling Ford Brothers in Evanston, Wyoming. Rich with the basketball, nursing a 5-point lead, 42-37 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Pressure coming out, a little more intense for Monument Valley. Grohl drives in and can't get it to go, but she's fouled.
Reach in on Cly. Cly stepped out of the way and then just tried to swat that ball away.
Grohl 2 for 2 from the line in this game, about a 64% free throw shooter this season. Our broadcast this afternoon is brought to you in part by the Randolph Country Store. We may be small, but we've got it all. They really do. They're at the south end of town, the Randolph Country Store. And by the town of Laketown, good luck Rebels, from Mayor and Town Council of Laketown, Sim Weston, along with council members Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Gary Ogilvie, and Delora White. Grohl hits the first and has 14 points in the ball game. Grohl's second, also good. She's not been on target. Hit 1 3-pointer in this game in about 7 or 8 attempts, but still 14 points, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. 44-37 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. And we want to thank our producers, David Tebbs and Dalton Anderson. Cornea with the rebound. In traffic, gets it away to Stacy. McKenna. Long pass up ahead to Smith. Short corner jumper, no. Hopkins the offensive board, and her putback is in. Rich pushes out to a 46-37 lead, and it's when they push the ball, when they don't stall, that they've had a lot more success.
They've gone away from that tactic.
I think it's a hard thing to balance, stalling, but keeping that intensity. Cly for three. Boy, she does it inside, does it outside. She's fantastic.
Baseline drive up and in for Stacy.
McKenna with 8 points in the game, and Rich back up by 8, 48-40 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Rebel biggest lead was 9 at 46-37. Just a couple of moments ago. Cly, strong move. Blocked by Hopkins, but a foul as well. Got her on the arm as Cly went to shoot. And if that is on Hopkins, is that her fourth or third?
Third.
Our broadcast today is also brought to you in part by the town of Woodruff, Mayor Scott Savey, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Kent Stewart, and Jason Peterson, with Secretary Lisa Bell. And you know, you foul somebody like Clyde and make them earn it the hard way, and that's not hard.
Yeah.
A couple free throws, are you kidding?
although she has missed 2, but very good free throw shooter.
Swishes both of those through for the 2 points, 48-42. Cougars back within 6. Number 2 team from Region 19. Rebels number 2 from Region 22. Rebels got the home seed to the home jerseys in virtue of being the top team on the bracket. That's it. 3 by McKenna Stacy, missed. Grohl contests Nelson and fouls her. Kiera, a 3rd personal foul. And that's a Rebels 5th or 6th, 5th team foul. Monument Valley was just 2 team fouls. That's another thing about the Cougars. They don't get into foul trouble much, do they?
No,
they just
they
play
don't.
Good fundamental defense to get their hands in the air, contest shots, and move their feet well.
And on the fast breaks, when they're playing defense on that break, they don't really go up try to swat that. They may reach in and try to get it away if you stick it out there.
Into the lane, Nelson blocked by Stacy.
But they don't swat at anything.
No, Stacy with the swat. That looked like a clean block up top. The official says a push, so she must have had that left hand down on the body. McKenna's first personal foul. That puts Nelson at the free throw line. Shooting 2, hits the first. Nelson with, 14 in the game?
I read for 15.
I might have missed a free throw. She completed a 3-point play earlier, didn't she?
Yep.
Yep, so you're right, 15. Substitution, Lauren Thompson checks in. Grohl with 3 fouls. We'll get a breather probably rest of the 3rd quarter. Smith, Hatch, Cornea, Stacy, and Thompson on the floor. Cly, Stanley. Looks like a teen. Nelson misses and rebound to Smith. Amber dribbles through traffic. Up across the timeline. Loses it, gets it back. Bodoni and who's that 5th player out there?
35.
Oh, Hudson.
Hudson.
Yeah. Excuse me. 48-43. Monument Valley within 5. Stacy slices through the lane and lofts it in off the glass. 10 points in the game for the freshman McKenna Stacy. Down underneath. Good hook around pass into the middle. Off the glass. No. Rebound. Lauren Thompson turns and goes. Rebels looking to push. Thompson weaves through traffic. Up ahead to Cornea. She'll take it at Cly and miss, but out of bounds. Cly get her on the arm.
Looked like there's probably a little bit of contact on the arm, and they get the foul instead of the out of bounds. That's Irvian Cly's 3rd foul.
Monument Valley fans not happy with that call. Rich on top by 7 and can push it to 9. Cornea hits the first.
Cornea had 6 points in the first quarter, quiet in the second.
Kaylee Cornea this season from the free throw line. Before this game, 5 of 20, but 3 of 4 in this game.
Wow.
She's a good shooter. It's been surprising to see her miss free throws like that.
25% from the line.
Cly with a nice move, but can't quite finish. And Sydney Hatch, a Rebel rebound. Outlet to Stacy. She'll launch it just before the buzzer from half court short. At the end of 3rd quarter, Rich pushes the lead out to 8. 51-43 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. 4th quarter coming up when we return on Utah 1A basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com.
I didn't think it was possible to add one more thing to my already busy schedule. Then I realized that earning my degree will not only help me, but my family too.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Welcome back to this Bear Lake Realty presentation of Utah 1A basketball at the state tournament. Third and fourth place game, Rich and Monument Valley. Rebels on top by 8, 51-43 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Next time you're looking for real estate in the Bear Lake area, visit bearlakerealty.com. Kaylee Cornea pulls up from the right wing just inside three-point range and hits the long two. Rich up by 10. Biggest lead of the ball game. It's never been into double digits until that basket. Clyde down to the left side, misses short. Rebound pulled down by Smith, and she dribbles out away from traffic. Turns and goes. Rich looking to push. They've got Hatch on the right side, and she can't get it off the window. Stacy offensive board. She's fouled. McKenna Stacy, 3 rebounds to go along with her 10 points, and heads to the free throw line to shoot 2. Free throws in this game. Rebels, I've got 8 of 10. That's 50 or 80%. I've got Monument Valley with 12 of 20, which is 60%. Stacy gets the roll. Lauren Thompson got a similar roll at the end of the first half, a buzzer beater 3, and you can check out highlights at the Utah High School Sportscast Facebook page. So look for those highlights there on the Facebook. 54-43, Rebels on top. Monument Valley timeout. And Dalton, producer, how we doing on ads, my man? We'll keep it here for a second. All right, let's keep it right here and thank another sponsor that we've got, the Cache Valley Visitors. Let me try that again. Cache Valley Visitors Bureau for outdoor adventure, a foodie trek, amazing music and theater, and Utah State athletics. Next time you're in northern Utah, find your fun in Logan by visiting explorelogan.com. That's explorelogan.com. Let's see, games today that already finished up. Paiute started the day off on the girls' side with a win over Wayne. So Paiute takes 5th place. And Bryce Valley beat Valley, or did Valley beat? It was Valley over Bryce Valley for the consolation 6th place win in the girls. On the boys' side, Valley beat Monticello for 5th, and Rich beat Milford for 6th place. A couple of good highlights in that. Birthday boy Nick Jarman, 2 follow-up dunks. Follows a shot by a teammate and dunks it in the first quarter. Check out those highlights at Utah High School Sportscast Facebook page. McKenna Stacy at the line. Next game will be Manila and Paiute on the boys' side for 3rd and 4th place. Stacy hits both free throws. And Rich extends its lead out to 11, 54-43. Rebels Region 22's number 2 team. They lost twice this year to Tabiona, once in overtime. Right wing, three-pointer is in there. Fiona Hudson says this one's not over yet, and buries a 3. She's got 5 in the game. Rich goes down inside, and a whistle will put Kaylee Cornea, I believe, at the foul line. Hervianne Cly with the foul, and that's her 4th. A lot of teams have shied away from Cly. The Rebels have not, and Cly in a little bit of foul trouble. Cornea at the line hits another. Kaylee, 5 of 6 from the free throw line in the ball game. Second free throw, also good. Kaylee Cornea swishes it through. Kaylee having one of her better games of the season, 9 points, and Rich back up by 10, 56-46 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Scoreboard says 57. I may have missed a point. I think I did. Rebels get a steal, Amber Smith. But Monument Valley takes it back. Stacy tries to save, can't get it. Rebels were at 55 before that. Those 2 free throws by Cornea. Rich on top by 11. Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. 6 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Grohl with a steal. Up ahead to Cornea. Kaylee with the left hand misses. Kiera rebound, put back, hangs on the front of the rim and then drops through. Grohl with 17 points in the ball game. 59-46. Rich out to their biggest lead of 13. 3-point shot from Bedoni, short. Hopkin the rebound, and Cly stuffs the pass, the outlet pass, but it goes out of bounds, and Rich will have it. Monument Valley coach Teresa James says, all right, ladies, this is crunch time. Let's put on a press. We got to force some turnovers. Hopkin Holding, and 5-second violation, no timeout. Coach Lundgren keeping that mental clock. Gets a timeout just in time. 59-46 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. 5:59 left to go. We'll be right back with more Utah 1A basketball on KSL and mylocalradio.com.
Bryce Canyon Half Marathon, 13.1 miles of fast and unforgettable running on scenic Byway 12. From Bryce Canyon City descending to Cannonville through the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Race runs on the second Saturday in July. Start training today.
We sell fun. Come see and feel the fun when you shop at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. You and your family will have fun year-round, in the water with personal watercraft, in nature driving your side-by-side or riding your four-wheeler, or in the mountains on your snow machine. It's always fun at Cache Honda Yamaha, no matter what the season is. Our showroom is full of inventory to choose from. Start having more fun today. Visit Cache Honda Yamaha between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91. We sell fun.
We're back at the Sevier Valley Center and Utah 1A basketball presented by Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, Wyoming. For your next construction project, count on the best. Visit ellingfordbros.com. Rich Rebels leading the Monument Valley Cougars, 59-46. Big screen by Cornea. Kiera across the lane to Stacy, back to Grohl, and she's fouled as she tries to finish. Can't get the shot to go. Grohl to the free throw line, 17 points in the ball game, and Rich looking to push that lead out a bit further. First free throw rattles in, good. This will be one of the higher scoring outputs of the season for the Rich Rebels. Kiera Grohl hits the second free throw as well. She has 19 points, finishing off her senior season strong. The travel for Monument Valley. Rich scored 54 in a loss in overtime against Bear Lake. I don't think they've been in the 60s this year. 62 in a win over Intermountain Christian just a couple weeks ago. Cornea, right baseline, misses. Grohl with the rebound, put back, no. Cly, no, that's not Cly. That was Stanley with the rebound. Up ahead, Smith hustling back, lunges out to flex a pass across the lane, out of bounds. 61-46 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard, and Rich on top. Nice inbound play, but Donnie can't quite get the shot to go, and Grohl with the Rebel rebound. And she's fouled as she heads up court. That's a 7th team foul, so Grohl to the line. Grohl 1-1. The first one gets the shooter's roll. And Kiera has 20 in the game. Our broadcast today is also brought to you in part by Epic Recreation. Next time you're in the Bear Lake area, get your rentals from Epic Recreation. Visit epicrecreation.net or find them on Facebook. Grohl hits both free throws, and Rich has their highest scoring output of the season. Final day of the state tournament. They would have liked to be having this scoring output maybe last night or about 2 hours from now instead, but nonetheless. Cly with a pretty dish across the lane, and Stanley finishes. Boy, that was a nice pass. Cly was double teamed. I don't know how she got that pass off. Down the other end, long shot in by Rich, or short by Rich. Kiera Grohl with the offensive rebound. Hopkin back out. Picks it up and hands to Grohl. Kiera has it deflected. She tiptoes the timeline. Thompson dribbles in, kick it back out to Stacy. Rebels trying to run some clock and play keep away. And Monument Valley's defense put on some pressure out there. Thompson fires to Stacy. McKenna dribbles left, splits the D, finds Smith all alone inside. And nice pass from freshman to senior for the finish. 65-48. Monument Valley 5 turnovers in this fourth quarter. They'd taken care of it real well. I had them with 7 in the game before this final period. And Rich, for much of this game, they'd get out to a 5-6 point lead. Monument Valley would get back to within 1. But here in the fourth, Rebels have pulled away. They've outscored Monument Valley 14-5 in the quarter. This little steal by Jasmine Nelson, or Jamaica Nelson. She'll go to the other end and finish, and the foul. Jamaica, she's not done yet. Time running down. The crowd's kind of quieted down, but Jamaica says, no, we're still in this, ladies.
Not going to quit fighting. And that's a good job by Nelson, drawing the contact. She actually initiated that contact with the basket.
Jamaica's had a nice game. 17 points. And she's got a chance to make it 18 with this free throw. Rims around and out. Hopkin, the Rebel rebound. But ball stolen away underneath to Cly. She misses, and Grohl in there for her 4th personal foul. So Cly back to the line to shoot 2. Irvianne Cly, what a tournament she's had. With 16 points in the game. Make it 17, and that is her average in this tournament. 19 points in game 1, 22 the next night. I think 18 yesterday in the loss against Milford.
She has had an amazing state tournament.
Hits both free throws, and she's got 18 in this game. Brings her team back to within 13. 65-52. Stacy bumped, and got to expect that Cly will get a nod for a first-team All-State tournament team. Nelson with the foul. Jamaica with her 3rd, and second rather, and McKenna Stacy will go to the line and shoot 1 and 1. McKenna through the first about third of the season was shooting around 40% from the free throw line, but since then she's, like we've seen today, she's 3 for 3. She's pushed that up, and she's closer to 60% now. So she started slow, but has really come around. Yeah. Second free throw for Stacy, swishes through.
And that's hard to do mid-season because it's a mental thing. It's really probably not a shooting thing at all. It's more you get that mental, the yips type of thing.
Oh, yeah. Clyde dribbles down to the baseline, back up top. She kicks to Nelson. Nice spin move in the lane. Ball poked away, and a foul on Smith. Boy, some exciting games coming up a little bit later on, Mike. We got in the boys' side, Manila against Paiute for 3rd and 4th. I think that'll be a great game. Both teams with good size, good length,
good
some great shooting guards, good speed. And then for the championship on the girls' side, Panguitch and Milford. Milford Tigers in their first ever appearance in the state championship game.
Some big games coming.
Rebels take a timeout as Monument Valley presses. 3:21 left to go. Rich on top by 15 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard, and we'll be right back with more Utah 1A basketball on the Wildlife, on KSL and mylocalradio.com.
Comfort Inn in Richfield offers guests cozy accommodations and friendly service. Amenities include free Wi-Fi, free hot breakfast, indoor pool and hot tub. If you're looking for a getaway, or if you're here at the Comfort Inn for work, we've got you covered.
What did one thirsty range cow say to the other? I'm utterly parched.
Thirsty livestock equals lower profits. Protect your profits now with high-quality cement troughs from Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, Wyoming, a family-owned company serving ranchers across Wyoming and beyond for over 75 years. Before your profits go teats up from the thirst, contact Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Increase the life of your trough and protect small range animals with a critter ladder. Ellingford Brothers, Evanston.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center and 1A Utah basketball, presented by Bear Lake Realty and by Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. On your next construction project, work with the best. EllingfordBros.com. We mentioned the next 2 games. Again, Manila and Paiute in the boys' side for 3rd and 4th, and then Panguitch and Milford for the girls' championship. Bryce Valley, it's an all-Southern championship game in the boys. Panguitch and Bryce Valley. Those 2 teams. Well, I think Panguitch swept in the regular season, but then Bryce Valley beat the Bobcats for the region championship game. And now they meet again, a 4th time this season that Panguitch and Bryce Valley will meet. Rebels turn it over, so Monument Valley inbounds from the baseline. A 15-point Rebel lead with time running down on the season. 3-point shot up and short from Jasmine Stanley, Rebel basketball.
Yeah, with the Bobcats, you're talking about Bryce Valley and Panguitch there, and it's pretty amazing to have both programs so strong in your school that both teams are playing for state championship the same year with Bobcats, boys and girls.
Boy, it really is. Smith up ahead to Stacy, to Hopkin, all alone for the layup. Monument Valley focusing everything on defending the inbound, and Rich just goes up over the top. 69-52. Rebels' previous highest scoring output of the season was 62 points a couple of weeks ago in region against in-around Christian. Cly misses, gets her own rebound, misses again. Stacy rips down the rebound for Rich. Cly with close to 10 rebounds, plus the, what was it, 18 points, I think?
Yeah, I missed a few there, so you've got a lot more correct score than I do.
Cornea hands off to Thompson. 2.5 left to go. Rebels clinging, well, not clinging, but trying to hold on to that double-digit lead as they work it around and run some clock. Smith is fouled. Jamaica Nilsson. Her third.
You know, these third, fourth place games, Ryan, are often interesting to see how the teams bounce back, because they were in the semifinal game last night and so close to making it to that state championship game, and you see it often that the team collapses and doesn't even come out and really show up. And I feel like both teams really showed up and were battling hard in this game, and the Rebels just overpower the Monument Valley Cougars.
And it's been interesting because Monument Valley, I feel like before this game, was maybe the best fast break team that we'd seen of girls in this tournament. But the Rebels have turned the tables on that.
They have. It's been just opposite, absolutely.
Monument Valley, a 6th turnover of the quarter. That's been an issue and helped the Rebels pull away. It was a 8-point Rebel lead, 51-43 at the end of 3, and now we get the subs for the final 2:14. A few Rebel seniors that, boy, they've put in all the sweat, the time, the work, the effort that the other seniors haven't gotten as much time on the court, but Jackie Lason, Kim Nye, Risha Talisha Larson.
You know,
go ahead.
Sometimes I think it's overlooked, even though these seniors and these girls that just came in on both teams haven't played a lot. Well, they're who makes the rest of the team good and better. I mean, without them in practice, you can't have a good starting 5 if you don't have 5 good players to work them in practice.
Absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned that, Mike. It's the same way. You got to have a good JV program and other kids on the bench that play hard and make the varsity, the main starters, work. Monument Valley with a takeaway, 3-point shot, no, and a foul on the rebound. Should mention also all-state academic teams. Rebels with 5 girls out of the 10 team members: Kiara Grohl, Risha Larson, Talisha Larson, Jackie Lason, and Amber Smith.
So not only are they good athletes, but they're great students to make that academic all-state team, because that 3.9, oh, wrong side, 3.991, that's pretty impressive. Somebody had 1 A-.
That's
out of 10.
That's about right, isn't it?
Somebody squeaked in with 1 A- and ruined the average from a perfect 4.0.
Jackie Lason shooting 2. First one rattles out. I really admire Jackie Lason this year. I'm friends with her dad, Rob, and she knew coming into the season she wasn't going to get a lot of playing time. And she said, you know what, I'm still going to do it for the memories, for how it's going to make me a better person. And she worked through all the practices, and I think that's her 2nd point of the season right there. That 2nd free throw she made.
You know, and there's still, even though you may not get a lot of time, there's still a lot to be learned in a team activity. Being a teammate, being there for your team to support them through thick and thin, working in practice, showing up every day, and cheering on your teammates. There's so much more. I get so frustrated because so many people think, oh, high school sports are overrated, and that's the only thing that kept me in high school, Ryan, was if I didn't have good grades, I couldn't play basketball.
So you got good grades so that you could play ball, right? Go back and forth a little bit. I said Leifson had 2 points. That was her third point. She had a field goal earlier in the year. And Monument Valley, what a great season they've had.
Absolutely.
23-6 they'll finish after this loss. 23 wins in a season. That's a
great
lot
season.
of success.
You know, and they don't have any state titles. I was trying to see if they'd played or how far they'd made it. That was something I wasn't sure of.
Kim Nye does the soccer-style inbound pass, and that thing traveled 50 feet in the air. But no Rebels could catch up to it. Out of bounds, Rebels another turnover. I know Kim plays soccer. She lives in Ridge County, but travels over to Logan to play soccer.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's quite a travel every day.
It is. Of course, I mean, you know, and other folks from small towns know. You go to the grocery store, you got to go 45 miles. So.
And it's, you know, that 45 miles takes 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas sometimes in the city, that 5 miles takes 45 minutes.
Right, and it's usually pleasant driving on the highway, nice scenery, not a lot of traffic.
Exactly.
And Colin Pace, running our camera, knows that 45 miles takes less than 45 minutes the way he and others drive.
I plead the fifth on that.
Yeah. You have some trooper friends you don't want to know that you're driving too fast.
Yeah.
Goodshield with a nice shot from the right angle.
Bear Lake Realty, one of our great sponsors. Visit bearlakerealty.com today to start enjoying beautiful Bear Lake.
Kim Nye with a fast break out in front. Good recovery defense and a double dribble by Nye. As Monument Valley got back to defend. Great hustle down the stretch. You know, some of these girls younger, they're probably playing for, hey, coach, I'm trying to earn some time next year. And good to see them working hard through the final few seconds despite a rich lead of 27 points.
You know, and hats off to both coaches. Seeing that the game's really out of reach with 2 minutes to go. Look, let's give these other girls a state tournament experience. Playing on a college floor. I was just talking to a friend of mine back here, and including David Tibbs, who's been here all week with us. Because the way the tournaments used to work, they never played on a college floor in a state tournament in their 4-year high school career. And Panguitch had some great teams back then. So it is, and they still remember that. So these kids will remember, hey, I played in state.
I set a 27-point lead. It was 17 up to 19 on a Talisha Larson bucket. Down inside, Kim Nye left side. Too strong over the window, or over the rim. Monument Valley rebound into the hands of Talisha to Jackie Leifson. Dribbles around the D, loses the dribble. It's on the floor, jump ball with 0.5 to go. Manila and Paiute waiting, their boys teams. Those two will take on, or will face each other for third and fourth. Long baseball pass, caught. Badoni, one extra pass, and that's the finish. Rebels win 73-54. Rich with the third place finish. Both teams a round of applause, well deserved. Standing ovation from their fans. On the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard, Rich 73, Monument Valley 54. Back with the Rubies in post-game report after this on KSL and mylocalradio.com.
Mark the calendar for March 17th as country music star Billy Dean will be in concert at Ruby's Inn's Ebenezer's Barn and Grill in Bryce Canyon City. Show starts at 7 p.m. For tickets, go to EbenezersBarnandGrill.com and click on Billy Dean banner. Tickets begin at $10 a person, so get your tickets today and don't miss Billy Dean March 17th at Ruby's Inn, Ebenezer's Barn and Grill in Bryce Canyon City, Utah.
At Jensen Wood Motor, it's our goal to make sure every customer is a repeat customer. The way we do that, our customers are our friends.
It's our job to help you find what you're looking for at the best possible price. It's always good to know that your salesman is working for you.
We understand that life happens. Sometimes credit isn't perfect. We work hard to find financing options that work best for you.
Stop by today and let's see what we can do for you. Jensen Wood Motors in Montpelier, Idaho.
Feeling the worst? Snap out of it. Become a new you in no time. With Logomaniacs, look your best. Logomaniacs, the right look for the right price.
Welcome back to this Bear Lake Realty presentation of 1A basketball. This is the Ruby's Inn post-game report and highlights brought to you by Ruby's Inn. Ruby's Inn is the gateway resort to Bryce Canyon National Park. They've been hosting visitors to the national parks for over 100 years, since 1916. Great tradition of service there at Ruby's Inn. Ryan, the Rich Rebels don't advance. They come away from state, third place win over Monument Valley Cougars.
It had been a couple of years since Rich got to the semifinals. They did in the 5th and 7th place game 3 years in a row. They get back and lose to Penguich yesterday, but bounce back with a 73-54 win over Monument Valley on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Kiara Grohl finishes her high school career, 21 points, 9 rebounds in the game. McKenna Stacy, 14 points as a freshman. Amber Smith, also a senior, 10 points in the contest. And Rich got their highest point production of the season. Not a bad time to get that.
No, that's a good time to score 73 points.
Monument Valley with 54 of their own, and once again it was Irvianne Cly who averaged better than 17 points a game in this tournament. She had 18 today. Jamaica Nilsson, another great game, 17 points, and Kaylin Bedoni had 9. 5 points from Fiona Hudson, 4 from Shinaba Stanley, and 2 from Brooke Shield at Goodshield. Let me run through the rest of the Rebels that scored as well. 9 points from Kaylee Cornea, 7 from Lauren Thompson. Julia Hopkins with 6 points, 5 boards. 2 points apiece from Sydney Hatch and Talisha Larson, and a free point from Jackie Leifson. And sad to see these seniors finish out the season, and that's how it goes, though, right? That's the end of the year, and they'll move on. A lot of them will do track and field and do other activities. And the final score again, 73-54. Rich with the win and a third-place finish on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard.
And I think Val Cook went down to try and get those seniors up here for halftime during this next game. And so we'll get them in the studio. We'll do a short interview with those exiting seniors, and that's always fun. And then we'll put those highlights up on the Utah High School Sportscast Facebook page, so you guys can look at that, share it, like it, all the highlights from the day's games and the whole tournament up on Utah High School Sportscast on Facebook. This has been the Ruby's Inn postgame report and highlights brought to you by Ruby's Inn. Check out the Ebenezer's Barn and Grill website, linked to Ruby's Inn. They've got Billy Dean in concert on March 17th, 7 p.m. Tickets start at $10.
Really?
And rooms this time of year at Bryce Canyon are cheap because it's the off season. So make a weekend of it. Come down, get your rooms, go to the show. And
that's the post-Christmas Carol Ebenezer.
Yes.
He's generous and kind. $10 tickets. That's great.
Yep. So, hey, we'll be back for the next game. The Paiute T-Birds and the Manila Mustangs coming up next, 6 minutes.
On the construction site, time is money. The professionals at Ellingford Brothers have top quality cement ready to go whenever and wherever you need it. Make sure your timelines are met. Have everything you need delivered right to your job site. Whether it's ready-mix concrete, custom crushed sand and gravel, pit run or road base, with 2 dedicated batch plants, you can count on Ellingford Brothers, delivering on time for generations. 221 County Road in Evanston.
Hi there, Craig Dearden with Castle Rock Chevrolet right here in Evanston. Of course, it's about finding